It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Kenneth Walker. There's a lot to like from his showing last week. Well over 100 yards and a pair of scores. It's the 49ers and the Vikings, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Operating from the gun. Man, he'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. The Vikings send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And what a start to the season he's had. 10 touchdowns through the first 2 weeks. Now, we won't start playing the game of what kind of pace is he on because it is a long year. But at the very least, he's got to be the front runner for NFL Offensive Player of the Month for September.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Purdy now to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. He's got it to the 43 here. The numbers for Walker last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Looking deep here for Chase. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. But the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
On first down, Ball. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That went into the hands of Tony downfield. A big play there for Minnesota. 47 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action here. Purdy. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Niners at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ken Walker with career touchdown number 120 25, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Niners have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now out comes Minnesota. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down. Now Purdy. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Purdy will look to throw again here. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
One of the tight ends comes in motion. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. The Niners on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Walker will score. Touchdown, 49ers. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Man. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Looking to throw. Man. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. Man. That'll be caught. It's Tony. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jefferson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Purdy's throw complete there to St. Brown. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. And Walker once more. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The tight end in motion right. On second down, it's Walker. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Purdy bootlegging it. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Purdy on the sneak, and he is going to have the Niners first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Walker, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. They work now on 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Oh, my, that's a heck of a tackle right there on 3rd down because they had to swing it out to the back and hope that he could make a play. But let's face it, in order for him to be there and be in that position.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Kenneth Walker on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Fielded at the 20. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. Well, there you see it. A hat trick of touchdowns, and we're in the first half. I'm betting that he was over there saying, feed me.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
I got to eat.
There is no doubt, and he's real hungry right now, isn't he? I mean, let's be honest about that. We don't have to be on the field to understand what he's telling everyone. Give me the ball. We're locked in with the offensive line. They're taking care of business, and I'm finishing things off.
Well, heck, he might be able to turn this into an historic event. We'll see. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. There's Purdy on 1st and 10. That is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Buchanan. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And throwing here, Purdy. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And his kick is indeed good. highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10. At their own 27. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Walker. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Purdy able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. Running right, here's Walker. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. 3rd and 4. Shotgun now with Purdy. Toward the pylon, again, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Throwing to start the drive. Man. Over the middle and complete to Addison. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First down.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's ball. Man, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ball. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, having a partner, because they have to be...
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Micah Parsons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken in at the 22. A little juke. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Purdy now on 2nd down. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. A big play there for the Niners. 54 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Vikings' 6-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Amon-Ra St. Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers have opened the lead up to 30. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
34, Vikings 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Out of the gun now on third down. This ball deep for Tony. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Here's 3rd and 9. Purdy. He completes this to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Looking to throw. Man, he gets it to Addison. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
1st down, Vikings.
Back to throw. Man. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
they lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Play action. Now Purdy. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Running left is Walker. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's got room to roam, and he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Purdy. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Vikings 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now left side on the swing pass. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Man. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Man. Addison hauls it in.
Complete to Jordan Addison. It's a gain of 13.
This offense so far on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And they will take over 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Here's Walker to start the drive. Takes it to about the 37.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Now Purdy. That is caught. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 111 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Walker with another carry. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Purdy off the play fake. He's got his target. That's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a run with Walker. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Walker. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That incompletion brings us 1 step closer to the end of this one, maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.